Eating well is a big part of feeling well, physically and mentally. Cooking instructor Marisa Mariella shows us how to find that good food, good mood connection this time of year. Good morning.
Good morning, Annette. How are you?
I'm doing really great. And this is a perfect time of year to do that because you can actually go out and go to farmers markets and kind of find all kinds of different foods for your mood.
Exactly. We talk about eating the rainbow, and I'm not talking about the candies. Going to your local farmer's market gives you a chance to really absorb all the colors of the fruits and vegetables, all the textures. We're very lucky in Hamilton to have the Ottawa Street Market, but every city, every town has its own. And it gives you a chance to also connect with the farmers. That's a really important part of it too.
And this is all part of mindful eating. So you're just not, popping something in the microwave or popping something in the stove, but it's about really thinking while you're in the kitchen about what you're about to put in your body.
Well, we know that the brain is part of the body, and yet sometimes we forget that. And so while we try to fill our tummies, really our focus is to feed the brain. It requires so much energy, and all the macro and micronutrients from the rainbow really helps it to do its job. Especially with school around the corner, we want our children to be eating healthy, nutritious food. It's going to help them feel better. It's going to improve their focus, their sense of wellness, their outlook, everything. And we also know that when you're eating nutritiously, then you're more likely to continue that pattern. You look at these recipes here, Annette, I wish you were here so I could share this with you.
I wish you were here in our kitchen. It will come one day.
I hope so, I hope so. But these recipes here and what you're seeing on TV really take maybe 15 minutes of prep time from start to finish and use only maybe 2, 3, maximum 4 ingredients, and you have a very nutrient-dense meal for you, your family, your lunches.
Okay, and I know right now with inflation so high, food prices becoming very, very expensive, there are ways to still support your local farmers market. I know that a number of farmers markets, if you go at the end of day, sometimes, produce will be reduced. So that's kind of a way of working around that.
Well, that may be true. I don't want everyone now to go, an hour before closing, but they also have seconds. And if you're making a beautiful minestrone or soup, you don't need the perfect looking vegetables. The ones that are seconds are just as nutritious, just as fresh. Talk to your farmers. It connects you with your community. It connects you to Mother Earth. It's really healthy to know where your food is coming from.
And where do you find most of your mood-boosting food? Like, what for you is your go-to when you're like, okay, I need a pick-me-up? What's your personal go-to?
I love that question. So we all indulge every so often, right? And so sometimes we just feel maybe not our best, a little bloated, a little heavy. So it depends. If I have 5 minutes, then I make this beautiful broccoli soup. It's really just olive oil, a healthy fat, and some fresh garlic and broccoli and water, and you have a beautiful soup. If I have a little bit more time, maybe 15 minutes, then I put together a beautiful minestrone with all the vegetables that I have in the fridge. Whether they're fresh or maybe they're sitting in the fridge for a few days, throw them in a minestrone. You're going to feel so much better immediately, actually.
And two, we talked before in previous segments about how cooking for others makes you feel good, right? It's sharing that love.
Exactly. So we know that being in the kitchen and cooking and baking makes you feel good, but the added benefit comes when you share your food. So if you're making a big pot of soup, put some in a jar and go visit a neighbor. Maybe bring it to work and give it to a coworker. You'll be surprised as to how well they'll feel, and so surprised by your generosity, but
Great.
You too will feel good about it.
All right, so many great tips. We're going to link up your socials on our website, chch.com. Stay well, and hopefully we see you in our new studio soon.
Thank you so much, Annette.